Hey, what's up everybody? I hope you're having a great Thursday. I am here to talk about The X-Files Season 11, Episode 9, Nothing Lasts Forever. I don't want to do my normal recap and replay of each scene as I normally do because quite frankly, this was probably my least favorite episode of the season. I'd like to hear what you think. If any of you liked it, please leave a comment below and tell me why you liked it, what you liked about it. There were elements about it that I liked. I liked all of the Mulder and Scully scenes, but the overall X-File I felt was badly executed. The storytelling was left a lot to be desired. I like the overall message of the X-File itself, which was kind of this message of people feeling they need to be younger and stay younger forever. I really appreciate that, but I don't like the way it was executed. There was way too much gore. There was way too much gratuitous violence for me. And I know the X-Files doesn't like to hold back. It's really not known for being a violent, gratuitously gory-ish show. There isn't usually a lot of blood. I personally cannot do the blood and violence stuff. If I see too much blood and violence on TV, like throat slitting and bleeding and like slicing open vertebrae and things like that, I can't watch it because as I'm watching it, I actually feel physical pain as I'm watching it. It's just painful for me to watch. And then I can't really turn away and not watch it. Like I'll cover my eyes and I'll hear this like, you know, slicing and squishing and blood drinking bloody smoothies. It's too much for me. I can't do it. A lot of other shows pander to this audience that enjoys the gore and enjoys the blood and enjoys the violence. I don't feel like the X-Files fans are necessarily part of that audience either. There have been other episodes that have been equally as violent, but I feel like parts of this episode were violent just to be violent, just to be gross, just to be disgusting. Ultimately, what this episode is about was Mulder and Scully possibly kissing. Everyone wanted to just get to the scene in the church that they kept teasing where we saw Mulder and Scully looking like they were gonna kiss. And we thought for sure, well, some of us didn't think for sure, but a lot of us thought that Mulder and Scully were gonna kiss. I knew better because I've been fooled too many times. Of course they weren't gonna kiss. What do you guys expect? Come on. It was too obvious. The biggest question is, what did Scully whisper in Mulder's ear? I have no idea, and according to the writer of this episode, we are never gonna find out. So that leads me to believe that whatever it wasn't that important, or it wasn't something that they were going to let us know later on. There wasn't going to be a reveal. So there won't be a reveal as to what she whispered. A lot of people seem to think that Scully whispered to Mulder that she was pregnant. I did run a poll on my Twitter that asked people if they thought she was pregnant. I do want to look at a couple of scenes with you guys and make some commentary and a couple other things I want to pull up with you guys. But this stuff is all on my computer, so I'm going to switch to my webcam now. First off, I want to say I really like the work of actress Carlina Britch. I think I said her name right. I thought her work was pretty impressive in this episode, and I really liked her character, even though I was a little bit confused exactly what her issues were and what her point was, other than trying to bring back her sister. Yeah, I can't do this. I cannot watch this stuff. I can't do these noises, the blood, the noise. Nope. Not on top of that, he actually ate the thing. Yeah, the squishy sounds. Nope, no on the squishy sounds. And then, okay, and that's a big no on the eating things. Like I said, like I can watch some gore. Like Home was pretty gory at times. When they went to the sheriff's house, when the Peacocks went to the sheriff's house and they brutally murdered the sheriff and his wife, that was pretty gory. But you know, it was pretty brief and you could look away. And the way it was filmed, it left a little bit to the imagination. It wasn't gratuitous gore. So I'm gonna stop complaining about the gore because I know some people can do it, but I cannot. It really turned my stomach. In addition to that, I sat down to actually watch this episode with a like bean casserole that I couldn't eat. Like I made a bad decision because I saw like this all happening as I was eating, and I had a feeling I wasn't gonna be able to finish my food. Like I said, I did appreciate the Mulder Scully banter. All the Mulder Scully scenes were cute. This was cute with Mulder and his glasses and her kind of poking fun of his age. It's kind of nice for the man to get a little bit of ageism poked fun at, because this is the second episode where Scully's looks and aging has been addressed, and not in a nice way, in a kind of a mean way. The writer actually wanted to address this on purpose, and I appreciate that, because you know, we have a female writer that is going to address something that is pretty poignant and happening. You know, after you turn 30 or what, you're old. So yeah, I get that point. What I didn't like was just all the gratuitous gore and violence that went around all this. It was just too much. And the story itself I thought was very weak and had a lot of holes. So as much as I want to support the female writers out there, and I think there are some very, very good ones and very capable ones, and probably this female writer too, please don't kill me, guys. I'm passing all of this violence and gore and X-Files stuff to get to the important stuff, the Mulder and Scully banter.
Only after the first couple nights I wasn't praying for him. I was praying for a puppy.
I finally know why I'm not a Christian, Scully. My parents never got me a puppy.
That's adorable. So this interaction is really, really good, and on my television set, maybe I need a new soundbar, I couldn't hear what they were saying, and I turned it way up, so either my hearing's starting to go, or I just, like, the sound was weird mixing the way it was coming out of my television, because I couldn't hear what they were saying. I heard a little bit about the puppy, but since they were whispering, I think a couple people had this issue. They couldn't hear what they were saying in this scene. Now that I watched it on my computer and I can hear it a little bit better, I really appreciate it that much more. Once again, I'm gonna fast forward past the other stuff because I just can't do it. We can't do it. So we're gonna go to the next scene with Mulder and Scully. So you guys, I lied about skipping to the Mulder and Scully part. I'm really sorry. I just have to like pinpoint exactly where they completely lost me in this episode. It was when we broke out into this long song. Okay, we don't need this. This was very, I think we said in our recap, our post-episode video that we did, our live feed, our live stream, we said this isn't American Horror Story. This feels very American Horror Story, especially with breaking out in the song. Reminds me of that a lot. Which could be good if it were American Horror Story, but it's X-Files. And this is nothing against the actress. Actually, I thought the actress was very good in this role. I just think the material she was given was not the best, and it's really not her fault. Her name is Fiona Vroom. And she actually appeared, according to this, she actually also appeared in My Struggle 3 as a young Cassandra. So this is actually her second appearance. So let's move to this Mulder Scully stuff. So guys, this is the scene that everyone's been waiting for. This is where Mulder and Scully actually have the talk. And for some, it was very disappointing because, as I mentioned, they implied that there was going to be a kiss. When you show these two leaning into each other and then cut away, you were teasing the fans. You were making us think there's going to be a kiss. And at this day and age, considering they slept together and everything else, you really should have just given them that. And I don't think that giving them a kiss would have hurt anyone. I don't really know why Mulder and Scully are not allowed to touch lips. This is a serious problem with these two characters who screwed, obviously, off screen. I appreciate what they talked about, but there's a couple moments here that made me go, oh, what the f.
We'll see. Reason and faith and harmony. Isn't that
Okay.
why we're so good together?
This sounds all sweet. It's adorable.
Are we together?
That's a very good question. And it's not going to get answered.
You know.
What the f? What the f, people? Mulder doesn't even get, he like opens his mouth and he's going to try and answer. And it's like,
We're so good together.
look, he's about to open his mouth. He's about to. Ah! Ah!
You know.
Scully, what the
I
hell?
believed I could protect our son.
Okay. Why would you? Okay.
And I failed.
Okay, we know this. You've had this discussion. Okay,
And
you're
we
sad
need
about
to
this.
stick together.
We know. Okay, my problem is when they showed this in the clips, are we together? And then we always wondered how this was going to end. And then they clipped away to these promo of them kissing, implying that they were going to kiss. You have to tease fans. It's not funny anymore. Everyone has blue balls. The entire fandom has blue balls that are about to explode. We're loaded guns and we've got bullets. Anyways, it's a frustrating thing, and I understand some people like to have the ambiguity of this relationship, but we're just too fucking old for this shit.
You know how many times I've envisioned that scenario where you left that basement office before I even needed glasses?
Yeah, so I'm not too crazy about this talk because he's talked about this in the past, and he said this in The Truth, and she said she wouldn't change a day, and then he crawled up to bed with her, and he basically had said, you know, he looked at her cross, and he wanted to believe what she believed. And that was a really nice resolution, and I have no idea if we're going to get any of that next week, or anything close to that. But I thought we were a little bit more in tune with what we wanted, or at least the writers and the producing team was a little bit more in tune back then.
And I'm listening. Right beside you. All ears. That's my choice.
Would have been a really good time for her to just kiss him. There we go. You're going for, yep, we got it. We're there, almost. Yeah. Oh, no! What the heck? No! And what, okay guys, wow.
That's not my 4-year-old self looking.
Okay, guys, We have no clue what she said, and they have no intention on letting us know what she said. So let's take a look at other stuff, because I'm pretty much done with this episode. Obviously, this carries on, blah, blah, blah. She says what she says after. They think
my leap of faith forward.
the leap of faith forward. Some people think she's pregnant.
And I'd like to do it together.
I'd like to do it together. That could be anything. I mean, they could be playing miniature golf. Who knows? I have no
I
clue.
always wondered how this was gonna end.
So, what? If they have no clue on telling us what it is that they want to do together, and him lighting a candle is having another baby, that's not an end. Him lighting a candle, that's not an end. A baby's a beginning. So guys, I don't think the baby thing is a baby thing. I really don't. I honestly don't. A lot of people seem to think that she told him she was pregnant with her child. I might be completely wrong, so if I'm wrong, I eat my words and move on, but I don't think that's what's happening here. I do want to go over a couple other things we'll talk about real quick. This looks like it's our dream man, and he's appeared in the episode. And we also have this tweet from the writer Karin Nielsen. Sorry guys, the whisper will always be just between Mulder, David Duchovny, Scully, Gillian. Let your minds go wild with what she could have said. Read Mulder's face. I posted a poll this morning, is Scully pregnant? It doesn't appear that people believe she is. I had 86 votes. 86, that means we're out of votes, right? Now I had 86 votes, 28% yes, 20% hell no, 32% maybe. So some people still think that it's very possible based on this poll. It was just started this morning. We still have 19 hours left, so it's pretty early. I think Gillian's tweet was the best out of all the things that she could have said. I've been impregnated by the blobfish. That's pretty funny because blobfish. This one is also funny. Mulder, please give me back my remote to my personal massager. A couple other real funny ones. I'm starving. Let's go to Chili's. Can Bob come out to play? I'm in love with Assistant Director Bob Blobfish. I want to go blob fishing as opposed to bob fishing. We go blobbing for apples. I'm pregnant. Will you marry me? I want to come home for good. I want to find our son. I think I'm pregnant. I cut my hair weeks ago, you goober. I'm not wearing enough panties. Oh, I'm not wearing panties. I shaved my legs this morning. I just farted. I'm having sinful thoughts right now. Can Bob come out and play? There's a lot of Bob. Let's quit the FBI and marry me. I just read I'm in love with Monica Reyes. Some variation of Get Married. Let's go to confessional. Honestly, I think she's pregnant or wants to try again with Mulder. Courtney at Legally Blonde asked Karin Nielsen, did you write a scene where they kissed and Chris changed it asking for science? And this was the response. So I get the feeling that it was cut. Maybe there was a kiss and yeah. In closing, I want to say this was kind of disappointing having it be the second to last episode ever for the series. Now, the future of the series is still undetermined. They're saying this is the season finale, not the series finale, so we don't know. There's a new interview with David from NME.com, and he talks about his music, but he also talks about X-Files. And they ask him a couple questions about the series. Finally, last year, Gillian Anderson said the current series, X-Files, would be your last. How about you? Where does that put you? I don't know where it puts me, he says. Is it possible to do the show without her? If they can do it without me, they can do it without anybody. I think they could do it without both of us. They can do it without Chris Carter. Anything can be done. That would be a blessing to do without Chris Carter. As much as I appreciate Chris Carter for bringing us this wonderful series and these wonderful characters, I think sometimes the creator gets too close and sometimes they need to step away and hand the torch to someone else, hand the reins to someone else, give it a fresh perspective, give it something different, which I think he's done pretty well with this season because I feel like this season has been exceptionally better than season 10. But this particular episode I thought was kind of cruel to do to fans. The teasing, the leading us on to make us think that we were going to get this kiss, this tender kiss between Mulder and Scully that we weren't delivered. If they hadn't misled us about that kiss, then it wouldn't have been as cruel because people wouldn't have been expecting it. He also said, so the current series isn't necessarily the last. No, what happens is when we're dead and they want to do more X-Files. Who can fucking say? I don't know. Good, David. Thank you for saying that, David, because I'm really tired of hearing that question, and honestly, I believe that he has no idea. He doesn't know, we don't know, nobody there knows. As far as I'm concerned, this is the end. Next week, I'm setting my expectations extremely low. I just feel like if I go in with that low expectations and it exceeds my expectations, it'll be a nice, pleasant surprise. Honestly, I don't think we're gonna get a resolution that everyone is happy with, but it's possible to get a resolution that a lot of people would be happy with, and I think a lot of people have made it pretty obvious about what they want from this series, and I don't think it's impossible to satisfy a large number of fans. Whether or not some fans will feel satisfied, I'm not sure. I can't say. I have no idea what to expect, but I can say that I'm not expecting much. That being said, it has been a wonderful journey with you guys. Everyone that's watched my videos and subscribed and has been following my vlogs, thank you. I love to hear your feedback, good, bad, or whatever. Please leave a comment below. Something I'm going to try to do since it's the last week is I'm going to try and do a vlog every day leading up to the last day. I'm really going to miss everyone. I'm going to miss our conversations. I'm going to miss reading your comments. And I want to continue this afterwards, so if you guys have an idea of what we could do after the series ends, leave a comment below and let me know. I don't know if I'll be able to achieve it or not, but I'm going to try and do a new video every day. So check back here. And once again, thank you guys. I love you guys. We're going to get through this last episode together. We're going to go live. We're going to stream. I'm having people at my house. If you live in the New York, New Jersey, tri-state area, shoot me a DM on Twitter at LauriceF and let me know. We're going to watch the episode and then we're going to be going live on here. I'll have a few other X-File friends with me and we can talk about this episode, and we will run a stream until late night. We're here for your therapy, so come on here and chat in our stream and we'll talk about everything. Okay, all right, until then, I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.